Hello everyone, Yanni Plays here, and today we are going to talk about diagonal builds. If you watched the City on a Rock Part 2 time-lapse, you saw that I built a church, very similar to this one here. I changed the design on the tower a little bit, and I put it up on top of my rock. And this build, I needed to have what I call a 2 diagonal. So we have 2 blocks and then inside 1, 2 more inside 1, and so on. And this then is not going to give us a 45-degree angle on a building. It is going to give us half of that. So it's going to give us about the 22-degree angle. And that's pretty much what I needed in my city to fill a gap on top of a rock. But how are you going to build that? And once you build them, well, how are you going to do the roofs? As you can see on here, I have 2 different roof designs. We have this one here, and then we have this one here. And in this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build something like that successful from begin with, so that you don't have to tear it down 10 times. And to demonstrate that, we are going out here on my little grid so that you can easily see where I'm placing my blocks. Well, the first go around as I was building, I was going with this method here. I was putting 2 blocks. Wonderful, all like that. And now we want to turn. I was like, okay, next block would go here. So let's just build one here, like that, right? So that is going to give you this design here. Now on this design, you have your white beams here. So you have them 3 wide, and you actually can, I'm not sure if I did that here. I did it on my final build a little bit more. You can start stepping it out and make nice wide big pillars that are helping supporting that building. Then a second variant that you can do is if you get into your corner, you are just going over here. And as you can see, also this one is lining up properly. So you pretty much just have a wider L shape that will be at 3 by 3, but then you are knocking out the corner. And then the last variant would be that you, after you have your 2 blocks placed, you just go in one, that you have a L shape. And this time it is just a 2 by 2. And then we continue with placing 1 onto the right side. Just like that. I was already editing and I was like, yeah, I probably should go and show that too, because there's a 4th variant, but it doesn't work. And just to prevent you from building it and then realizing, hey, it doesn't work, that will be this one here. Or you build like that, you kind of start with the T, so this goes here, next goes here, but instead of placing a block here and have that full T, you would already go out one, like this one here. And now we would have to turn, and as you will see, it is not going to end up or meet anywhere close, so we just have one big mess here. So yeah, if you're trying to do an L shape, that is not going to work out. So let's take a closer look on all those different designs. So we have this one here where we have the T that is standing out. Then on the blue side, we have the one that would have a large L. And on the orange one, we have the very small L, a 2 by 2 L. Now, if we look at them from the outside, this one here is always just 2 blocks and we are set in one. On the blue one, we have that one little gap here where on whatever side we're looking at, we just have the 1 white block. Now this one here also will be a perfect place to go with a contrast block. So as I was starting to do over there, trying some different designs, you could pull in a different colored wall or a log. And then on this design over here, we have, depending on what side you're looking at, sometimes 3 in a row. But again, this block here is a block that you can use to put more detail into your build. But with laying the foundation, you are already going to impact your roof design. And that is why I put this grid pattern in here. So if you look at this one here, you can see that those two blocks are perfectly parallel with those two blocks here. Okay? If we go over to this blue one here, you can see that those two blocks here are not parallel. So this block ends up here and the other block ends up here. So this roof is going to be designed a little bit different. Let's take a look at our orange one. With the orange one, you can also see that they are, like the red one, parallel. Those two blocks here are perfectly parallel with this one here. And let's fly over to this church here, because here you can see the two different roof designs that you're going to get, especially if you are going with a gable roof. So you are either going to have a roof design like this one here, or you are going to get a roof design like this one here. So let's look at this one here. So those two blocks here, as you can see, are not parallel with those two over here. So that means if you go with the design like the blue one here, and you go with the gable roof, then you are going to get a roof that looks like that. Now, I personally think that this roof here looks really nice. It has a nice flow to it. However, the top of the roof itself is a little bit more tricky. So I changed out a few blocks so that it is easier to see the contrast of the different blocks. As you can see, we have, of course, the stairs. They're going to end up here. And then this one here is a full block, because the full block is also going to cover part of the side here. And then this one here, of course, covers this side over here. And then you are going to add probably something like a slab here on top to just give it a little bit more. You could add slabs here, but then that is just going to give you a zigzag line through the roof. And it is, in my opinion, not gonna look very good. So that's why I just went with those single caps on the area where both of the roof blocks align. Now, of course, over here you could put on more stairs. So that will be another option to do. And then you just have, let's put it over here so it's a little bit easier to see. And then your roof line is just going down to those caps, or you could put blocks up here. I did that on another build to end up your roof line. Now here on top, we have a different roof design. And this roof design here, as you can clearly see, we have those parallel blocks. So we have those two here, and they are parallel with the two blocks over on this side. And that just gives you the illusion of multiple roofs stacked into each other. But also here, you are going to have to work with full blocks. So like this one here is a full block, just so that you can cover up this little gap here. Same, of course, up here. So to build this roof, you have your stair, full block, and then in front of it, another stair, full block in here. So I hope that this video helped you lay the foundation for your 2 diagonal build, and also on some ideas on how you can design your roof on those different builds. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you at the next video.